Today we are going to keep going in our series of cultivating a personal at-home yoga practice. This is the third video in a four-part series designed to teach you how to do a personal practice at home. The way that it works is you do each video for 1 week. Each of the videos are designed to build upon itself, and eventually, hopefully, you'll be able to memorize this flow, which is super amazing because after you complete this video series that I am giving you completely for free, you will be equipped with the tools so you can move forward with your own personal yoga practice without a teacher or a guide. And it is my wish for you that you will use this invaluable information to your advantage to do your own personal yoga practice every day in the comfort of your own home. As you can see, I am in my yoga space. This is my sacred yoga space that I dedicated in my home. I journal here, I pray here, I set goals here, I set intentions here, and I really take this sacred space of mine very seriously. I reflect here and I create here. So the first part of this lesson is I want to inspire you to create your own sacred space in your home. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be fancy, just at least enough space that you can fit your yoga mat and some ideas of things that you could put in your sacred space. You could have a ashtray and burn scents that you like Palo Santo or incense. You could also create some kind of altar with things that inspire you and make you happy. As you can see on my altar, I have a crystal, it's a quartz. I have my Namaste bunny. I have these tiger's eye prayer beads with sugar skulls that my magical cousin gave me. I have a photo of my grandmother. I love her, she inspires me, and I like to keep her memory alive. Traditionally, people would have photos of their yoga gurus and their teachers. I don't have any photos of my teachers yet, but maybe someday I'll add that to my altar. For now, Grandma Catherine is on my altar. And I have some smudge sprays and scents that I like. These are just some ideas for you. Your altar totally doesn't have to look like my altar, but I want to encourage you and inspire you to make your own sacred space. If you haven't watched the first few videos in this series, I encourage you to go to those videos now. You can find a link below in the description. And if you've been keeping up with me, congratulations to you. I am so proud of you. It is not easy to do this work. You deserve to be congratulated. You are amazing. Please, please, please give yourself that appreciation. You deserve it. You're here, you're showing up, and that's awesome. Without further ado, if you are ready to de-stress, decompress, stress out, stretch out, relieve stress, anti-stress out, get the stress out, then I will see you at the top of your mat, and maybe I will even see you at the top of your mat in your sacred space today. But if you don't have it created yet, no worries. Someday I will see you in your sacred space, and you will join me in my sacred space, and we will commune in this beautiful practice of self-love and gratitude. Coming to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together. rock forwards and backwards, looking for an equal balance on each foot and an equal balance between front and back. Spread out your toes. Pick them up. See if you can set each toe down one at a time. Scoop your tailbone under, tummy tight, chest lifts, shoulders roll back and down the spine, equal standing pose, spread out your fingers. Bring one hand to your heart, one to your stomach. Inhale, breathe into your heart. Exhale, pull your belly in, cleansing breaths 4 times. All right, separate the hands. And for this part of the class, I am going to talk about the breath. We've been talking about the breath in the past 2 videos, and today we're going to go a little bit deeper and we're going to talk about what the breath actually does and what we're doing by breathing in this way. The Ujjayi breath, or victorious breath in Sanskrit, is a breath that heats the body up. So we've learned 2 breathing techniques. We've learned the cleansing breath. This lets heat out of the body, and it can also bring up stale pent-up energy from the very bottom of your stomach and let it out. And then we have the Ujjayi breath. This is the exact same breath as your cleansing breath, only the lips are sealed. By sealing the lips and breathing deeper than we normally would breathe, we are creating an internal heat in the body, or in Sanskrit, this is called Agni. This heat warms up the body, warms up the muscles, and will help us get deeper into our practice. It'll help us get a deeper workout. It will also help us to burn off unnecessary or old energy or things that we don't need in our lives. It'll help us burn that out, and then through the deep breathing, the deep exhale, we can cycle that breath out of our body. Basically, it's a heating and cleansing mechanism. But that's not the only thing it does. By breathing deeply like this, we are bringing in new energy, new life force. In yoga, in Sanskrit, we call this life force energy prana. By breathing in deeply, we are reoxygenating our cells and pushing it through our bodies to invigorate ourselves with new life and new energy and earth. Not only does the Ujjayi breath build heat in the body and bring in new energy, new life force, the Ujjayi breath also serves as a compass for you in your yoga practice. By paying attention to the breath and noticing the quality of the breath, you are not only focusing your mind because you are paying attention to the breath, you are practicing executing this perfect breath. You know what I mean. You are focusing on executing this ideal breath where the inhale matches the exhale completely. So your inhale would be the same length of time as your exhale. It would also be the same loudness as your exhale and the same quality as your exhale. That's something that can keep your mind focused. As yogis, we are striving for this union, this unity between the inhale and the exhale. This can also be translated to unity between male and female, above and below, right and left. this union of opposites. It also provides a concrete tool, a beautiful measuring system for you so you can understand how you're doing in each pose. For example, say I go into a pose that is easy for me. It's easy for me to breathe in and breathe out. As you notice here, my breath is not constrained, it's free. But say I enter into a pose that's more challenging for me. I notice that my breathing is constricted and constrained. That is a beautiful indication and cue for you that perhaps you have entered into the pose too deeply. That would be a good indicator to back off, coming back to a place where your breath can be free and full. As modern day yogis with Instagram and media, I know that yoga can feel like some sort of acrobatic competition, or yoga can feel like a place that you need to get to. Well, this simply isn't true. You have your whole life and your whole yoga journey to let your body unfold naturally in its own perfect time, in its own perfect way. There is truly no place to get to in your yoga practice. Please, please, please understand this. The only place for you to get to in your yoga practice is physically on your mat. Like literally. Literally the only place to get to is to actually get to your yoga practice. That's it. Sometimes honoring yourself and honoring exactly where you are can be one of the hardest lessons. I want to encourage you today to honor yourself and push yourself hard enough that you're going deep enough into the pose to get the benefit, noticing your body's natural cues to you of where your boundaries are. So now that you understand the breath a little bit better, you understand what it does for you and why it's so important, I'm going to teach you the next yoga breath lesson. All right, we've already learned the inhales rise the arms and the exhales would float them down. Right? Do it with me. We are going to introduce a new concept today about the yoga breath. Here it is. We're going to make the breath envelop the movement. What I mean by this is we are going to start the yoga breath, then do the movement, then finish the movement, and then finish the breath. So the breath is going to be completely enveloping the movement. Let me show you. Right? Try it with me. Start your inhale. Start your movement. Did you still have breath left over at the end? If you did, good. If you didn't, keep going. Let's put this into action and let's come back to the top of our mat. Coming back to your equal standing position, see if you can remember the things to do. Four breaths, 4 times. We're going to inhale up, exhale down. Let the breath envelop the movement. Ready? Slight arch in the back. Look up. Tailbone scoops. Good. All right, separate your feet hip distance apart. Knees are soft here, unless you're a more experienced practitioner and you usually lock the knees and lift the, what's it called? Your thigh up. All right, but if you're a newer person, or if you have any knee pain or knee issues at all, keep a slight bend in your knees. I'm gonna bend my knees. Tailbone scoops. Inhales, arms bring you up. Exhales, fold down 4 times. Ready? One. Remember to engage your core to protect your low back as you're coming up, and try to come up with a nice flat spine. One more, and this one we are going to hold it at the top for 4 breaths. Remember, when we hold it at the top, slight arch in the back, look up at your hands. Stay, exhale. Float your arms down, exhale. Bring your feet together, hands to your heart. Close your eyes and rest. Normal resting breath. Please take a moment here to set an intention for your practice or your day. Maybe a prayer, an offering, something you'd like to bring into your life. Maybe you'd like to dedicate your practice to somebody. Maybe you're setting a goal for your practice, like to stay with your breathing. Good. With your right foot, take a big step back. Remember, you want distance in between the feet. You don't want to stand like you're walking on a tightrope. Hips square to the front. Back leg straight and strong. Sink as deep as you can into your front thigh. Your knee is right over your ankle. And you want to press your knee out to the left. Do not let your knee collapse in, all right? So your knee presses out, it's stacked over the ankle, your hips are squared, your upper body is facing forward, arms down to the sides like our equal standing pose, Samasthiti, fingers alive. Inhale, arms up, palms together, slight arch in the back. Exhale, fold down. And then we'll hold it at the top for 4 breaths. One. Maybe you sink deeper on each exhale. Good. Step your back foot forward. Switch legs. Knee presses out. One. Last one. Hold it at the top for 4. Step forward. Good. Bring your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes. Bow your head to your heart, honoring your center, honoring your truth, honoring who you really are. Good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, body. Thank you, universe. Our next posture. With your right foot, open it out. Actually, it really doesn't matter which foot. Whatever foot, open out so you can see the video and straddle. Align your wrists underneath your ankles. Knees are soft. Opposite hand, opposite foot, 4 times, and then we'll hold it on each side for 4 breaths. When we hold it, we're going to look up if that's comfortable on your neck. If it is not comfortable on your neck, do not do it. Furthermore, if there is anything ever not comfortable with your neck, don't do it. Right? Right? Ready? Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale brings you up, exhale, twist. 1. Good. This time we are going to interlace our hands behind our low back. If you have tight shoulders or chest, this would be a great place to use a yoga strap by placing it in between your hands. If you need a strap, get your strap. If not, interlace your hands behind your low back. Inhale, arch the chest, look up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come up. Release the hands, step forward. And we're going to lay on our back, coming into a resting position with your knees bent, hands resting on your knees. Close your eyes. Inhale, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest 4 times. Remember, the breath envelops the movement. Good. Now we are going to do bridge pose with breath. Hands overhead, hips high, 4 times, and then we'll hold it at the top for 4 breaths. Squeeze your belly in on your exhale. Close your eyes and rest. Good. Rock yourself up to a seat. Good. Rock yourself up to a seat. And then we're going to make our way to a child's pose. Child's pose. Take your knees wide, big toes touch, forehead rests on the mat. Close your eyes and relax your breath. Make your way up to a tabletop position. Tabletop. Align your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Spread out your fingers. Drop the belly down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, come back to cow. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And let's keep going a few more times. Make your way down, come to child's pose. Good. All right, so we're gonna do another new posture today, and if you have any knee issues, this might be a great time to get a towel or a blanket and add some extra support underneath your knees. All right, so the pose. We'll be starting in a child's pose. Inhale, we're gonna stand up on our knees, arms raised. Exhale, down to child's pose. Inhale, we're gonna come forward and through into a baby cobra. Exhale, we're gonna tuck our toes and press back into a child's pose. All right, do it with me. Let's do it 4 times. Inhale, stand on your knees. Use your core to help you get up here. Exhale, child. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press back, child's pose. 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, child. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child. 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Please make your way back to your back. Hands resting on your knees. We're going to twist and do a little bit of core work. So inhale, exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twisting to the left. 4 times each side. Do not let your knees fall. And then, after you've done your 4, let your knees fall and relax and enjoy. Ready? Hold your knees into your chest as tight as you can. Engage your core. Now, using your core, keep your knees close to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Two. letting your knees fall. You can use one of your arms on top of your leg to gently help twist you deeper. Looking the opposite direction. Inhale up and switch directions. Good. Inhale yourself up, hands resting on the knees, close your eyes. Rock yourself up to a seat. And we are almost finished with practice, but we're going to do an inversion to finish the practice, and I wanted to offer the different types of inversions for you and perhaps teach you a new inversion. So your options are to put your legs up on a chair, put your legs up on the wall, and if you're going to put your legs up on the wall, please make sure that your bum is right next to the wall. Another option is you can put your hands underneath your low back and lift the legs, or you could also support it with a pillow or a block. And the last option I'm going to offer you today is shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, we're going to lift the legs up into the air and support our low back with our hands. The most important part of shoulder stand is to be very careful on your neck. Make sure that you are laying down straight to begin. And do not, under any circumstance, turn your head to the side. Okay, you need to keep your neck nice and straight and look up. All right, let me show you. So shoulder stand, we'll start from here. And then we're gonna lift our legs up, supporting the low back with the hands. All right, so pick an inversion that is going to suit you today, and I'll see you there. If you are in shoulder stand, bring your feet over your head into plow pose. If you are in any of the other positions, stay right where you are. Bend your knees, shoulder stand. Let your knees soften by your ears, coming into deaf man's pose. Shoulder stand, roll out. If you're in another inversion and you're enjoying it, stay right where you are. If you did shoulder stand, I want you to rock forward and back on your spine. Rock and roll 4 times. Massaging, lengthening. having fun. And wherever you are in your inversion, if you're in a really comfortable inversion right now and you want to take your Shavasana from there, feeling free to do that. Otherwise, please make your way to your corpse pose, Shavasana pose, the beautiful place of rest. You made it. Congratulations. Laying down, separate your feet. Let your feet flop open. Take your arms out to the sides with your palms facing up. Just like this. Just like LJ. Yeah, you got Shavasana down, huh? Surrendering yourself into the earth. I surrender. Noticing that the more you are able to surrender, the more you are supported. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Use your arm as a pillow and roll over to your right side. Keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to a seat. Sit up nice and tall. Use your core to hold yourself here. Gently bow your head to your heart. In honor of you. In honor of your heart controlling your head. In honor of your heart controlling your breath. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you. 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 Keeping your eyes closed, lift your head up. Bring your thumb tips to your third eye center, your forehead. The light in me honors, loves, and respects the light in you. Bow forward and say, Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please do this practice every day this week, and I'll see you next week for the last and final video in this series. Thank you so much for practicing. Thank you so much for all that you do. You are a rock star. You are loved. And you deserve to love yourself, to love on yourself, to give yourself this time. I commend you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit subscribe, thumbs up this video. If you did the video, please write a comment and let me know that you did it. I'd love to keep in touch with you. I'd love to follow along with the people that are doing the video series. I love you so much. Thank you again, and have a beautiful day. See you next time. Mwah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a wrap. Make a sacred space because you're worth it, you deserve it, it will help you, you'll love it, and I love you.